Have you ever found yourself in a relationship where you feel like you're constantly repeating yourself? Or perhaps you're the one who struggles to remember important dates, appointments, or even just the details of a conversation your partner had last week. These moments, often dismissed as simple forgetfulness or distraction, can chip away at the foundation of even the strongest bonds. They can lead to frustration, misunderstanding, and a creeping sense of loneliness. Today, we're going to explore how attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or ADHD, profoundly influences romantic relationships. More importantly, we'll dive into what truly helps couples navigate these unique dynamics, transforming challenges into opportunities for deeper connection and understanding. ADHD isn't just about kids bouncing off the walls. In adults, it often manifests as difficulties with inattention, that's the distractibility and forgetting commitments, or impulsivity, like blurting out remarks without thinking. Beneath these surface behaviors lies what we call executive dysfunction, struggles with self-regulation, planning, time management, and even getting started on tasks. Imagine trying to build a shared life when the blueprint keeps getting lost, or the builder keeps getting sidetracked. Many adults with ADHD also experience emotional dysregulation, intense mood swings, difficulty managing frustration, which can lead to emotional outbursts. It's crucial to understand that these aren't character flaws, but rather neurobiological differences. When we recognize ADHD as a form of neurodiversity, it shifts our perspective from blame to teamwork, fostering empathy instead of resentment. This understanding is the first, most critical step. So, what are some of these key challenges that arise in relationships when ADHD is part of the picture? Communication is often at the forefront. Picture a conversation where one partner struggles with active listening, perhaps interrupting frequently or forgetting crucial details just moments later, like remembering a doctor's appointment you discussed just yesterday. For the non-ADHD partner, this can feel like a lack of engagement or even disrespect, leading to hurt and a feeling of not being heard. Then there's the division of labor. Disorganization, procrastination, and forgetfulness linked to ADHD symptoms can create a very unequal distribution of household responsibilities. Perhaps one partner consistently forgets to pay bills on time or struggles to initiate chores like laundry, leaving it all to the other. This can lead to one partner inadvertently adopting a parent-child dynamic where one is constantly reminding or managing the other. This erodes the adult-to-adult partnership and can lead to significant burnout and deep resentment for the non-ADHD partner. Intimacy and emotional connection can also be impacted. Distractibility during intimate moments or difficulty managing intense emotions can inadvertently create distance, affecting both emotional and physical closeness. One of the biggest hurdles is the misinterpretation of symptoms. A forgotten anniversary, a missed appointment, or seeming distracted during a heartfelt conversation isn't usually a sign of not caring. It's often a direct result of ADHD symptoms, like impaired working memory or inattention. But without this understanding, the non-ADHD partner can easily interpret these actions as intentional rudeness or a lack of love, leading to hurt and a deepening rift.
And then there's what Dr. Russell Barkley calls the knowing-doing gap. Individuals with ADHD often know what they should do. They know they should pay the bill or start that important task. But due to executive dysfunction, they struggle with the execution. This can be incredibly frustrating for both partners. The ADHD individual feels inadequate, while the non-ADHD partner might accuse them of laziness or a lack of effort. This gap isn't about willingness, it's about wiring. Ultimately, these challenges can lead to burnout for both partners. The non-ADHD partner carries a heavy load of responsibilities and emotional weight, while the ADHD partner can burn out from constantly trying to meet neurotypical expectations and from the sting of constant criticism or feeling like a failure. Now, it's not all challenges. People with ADHD often bring incredible strengths to relationships: creativity, spontaneity, high energy, and passionate engagement. These positive traits, when nurtured, can make for vibrant and exciting partnerships. The key is to manage the challenges so these strengths can truly shine. So, if these are the difficulties, what actually helps? The overwhelming evidence points to a combination of understanding, strategic tools, and professional support. First and foremost, diagnosis and treatment. This is paramount. An official ADHD diagnosis for the individual experiencing symptoms, followed by appropriate treatment, which can include medication, therapy, or both, is often the most critical step in mitigating relationship difficulties. It provides a framework for understanding and a pathway for managing symptoms effectively. When ADHD is undiagnosed or untreated, that's often when relationships struggle most. Once there's a diagnosis, the focus shifts to strategies for support and growth. This is where couples can truly begin to thrive. For communication, consider implementing structured conversation techniques. This could be scheduling dedicated, distraction-free time to talk, using a talking stick to ensure one person speaks at a time, or even taking notes to help with memory. Active listening isn't just about hearing, it's about truly processing. Both partners can practice reflecting back what they've heard to ensure understanding. To tackle the division of labor and executive function challenges, externalizing memory is incredibly helpful. Think whiteboards, shared digital calendars, project management apps, or alarm reminders for tasks. Breaking down large tasks into smaller, manageable steps can make them less daunting. For example, instead of clean the house, it becomes clear the kitchen counter, then load the dishwasher. Couples can sit down weekly to plan and explicitly divide responsibilities, acknowledging that the ADHD partner might need more external structure or gentle, agreed-upon reminders. This isn't about nagging, it's about building a shared system that works for both. Addressing emotional dysregulation involves developing coping strategies for intense emotions. This could mean taking a planned break during heated discussions, practicing mindfulness, or learning techniques to regulate emotional responses. For the non-ADHD partner, understanding that an outburst might be a symptom of dysregulation rather than a personal attack can foster a more compassionate response.
When it comes to the knowing-doing gap, empathy is crucial. Instead of, why can't you just do it? The question becomes, what system can we put in place to help you do this? It's about creating an environment that supports execution, rather than just expecting it. ADHD coaches like Nikki Kinzer specialize in helping individuals develop these practical systems and strategies, offering accountability and tailored approaches to manage symptoms like procrastination and disorganization. Therapeutic approaches also offer immense value. Couples therapy, sometimes adapted from models like the Gottman method, can help partners develop emotional understanding, improve communication, and rebuild trust by teaching specific skills. Specialized ADHD clinics and therapists, such as those informed by Dr. Russell Barkley's extensive work on executive function, provide targeted interventions. Resources from organizations like CHADD, ADDA, and ADDitude magazine offer a wealth of information, self-help tools, and support groups, reminding couples they are not alone and that solutions are available. Building a thriving relationship when one or both partners have ADHD is absolutely possible. It requires patience, commitment, and a willingness to learn and adapt, not just individually, but as a unit. The journey moves beyond merely coping with symptoms to proactively fostering mutual understanding and creating sustainable systems that support both individuals and the partnership as a whole. Remember, it's not about changing who someone is, but about understanding how their brain works and then developing creative, collaborative strategies. By framing ADHD as a shared challenge to be overcome together, rather than a personal failing or a source of blame, couples can cultivate deeper empathy, mutual respect, and a stronger, more resilient bond. This shift in perspective is often the most powerful intervention of all. The future outlook for ADHD and relationships is incredibly promising, focusing on proactive management, increased awareness, and specialized support. As societal understanding of neurodiversity grows, the emphasis will continue to be on developing effective therapeutic approaches, personalized coaching, and accessible educational resources that empower couples. So if you or your partner navigate life with ADHD, know that with the right tools, understanding, and unwavering commitment, you can build a relationship that not only survives, but truly thrives. A partnership filled with the unique strengths, vibrant energy, and deep connection that a well-understood and supported ADHD dynamic can bring. It's about teamwork, empathy, and a shared journey towards a fulfilling and lasting connection.